Alright, someone asked me if I could make a video on how to get the tail spear. As you can see, the rate's pretty low just for capturing it and getting the target rewards. The tail's 15%, which is still pretty low, and the drop materials are also 15, again pretty low. The way I'm going to show is just how to cut the tail and just get out. You can grab a stink mink and then get some shiny drops after you cut the tail, so add that along if you want. Pretty minimal gear, so all you need, the only de facto requirement is the Azuchi bow gun. Rarity 8, not a big deal, pretty easy to get. Azuchi's not hard, so not a problem. And the Ragi helmet, just because it has rapid fire too, and the Azuchi bow gun rapid fire slicing ammo. If you're worried about how to use light bow gun, it's not hard, so don't worry about it. So Ragi helmet, these two are pretty much it. As for the skills, you want to just build damage pretty much. You can build the bone coil because the bone coil has part breaker 2, and then you can put another destroyer jewel on there for 3. That's pretty much the only skill you need. Otherwise, you just build standard attack. So this is all pretty accessible. Our Zeros Greaves, accessible. It's just our Zeros. Velociprey, those are easy to build. Bone, you just gather bones, and then you just have to hunt Ragi maybe once or twice. I have a pretty standard build here, so attack boost 4, critical boost, weakness exploit. My talisman does have tenderizer, was it weakness exploit 2 on it with the 3 slot. Not necessary. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. As long as you have part breaker 3 and just standard, damage boosting skills, that should be good enough. It doesn't have to be super optimal. You also want the recoil down 3, reload speed 3. That's easy to do because this has enough slots for it. So again, to recap, Azuchi bow gun, Ragi helmet, and damage skills, part breaker 3, and then just the bow gun utilities. I'll have a list of the jewels that I have on the screen. So if you don't have it, don't worry about it. The only jewel I would say is required, I guess, not required, recommended the most is just one salvo jewel 3. So, but if you don't have it, not a big deal. Then for your items, most important part is definitely the slicing ammo. Just bring 30 of those. Bring 30 slash berries. Actually, let me go into the box so it's easier to see. Yeah, so the 30 slicing ammo, the 30 slash berries. Then you want sticky ammo 1s. So you can just buy those. Some blast nuts. Hopefully you want to use all these. If you're using the Zenogre bow gun, which pretty much does the same thing, you can add paralysis, and this makes it even easier. Bring a shock trap. Bring 2 trap tools and 2 thunderbugs for another shot for some more shock traps if you need it. And then flash bombs and dung bombs. So these two will help out just to make it more clean. And as for, yeah, you can pretty much just eat whatever here. I'm just gonna go with basic defense. This works for most monsters, as long as you set up the crowd control pretty well. It's not hard either. I'm assuming if you're doing Nargacuga, then you'd be doing this one right here, just in the jungle. Which is pretty good. The jungle's a good place to do this in. Alright, first things first, check where Nargacuga is on the map. He's on the right. So you want to head over to the left. Grab this marionette spider. Jump in here. Then hop up this ledge. So the goal here is to stun lock Nargacuga long enough for the slicing ammo to do its work. With this setup, it'll have just enough damage to cut it off with a little bit of crowd control left over. So he can spawn in this cave, which is what we need. So if he spawns in here, just go ahead and puppet him, and I'll explain what to do after that. But if he doesn't, then he's a dung bomb and just throw it at the monster in here just to get it away, because you don't want turf war to make things inconsistent. Alright, so if you're scared of missing the puppet spider, what you can do is just aggro him, wait until he starts to roar, like that, then you throw it. Because even if it lands, you have plenty of time, and while he's roaring, he won't move. So we're gonna drag him into that cave. And this is the weird part. If it doesn't work out the way it's intended, it's fine. So what you want to do is line them up with this wall right here, and do the classic, wall combo. And what's gonna happen is the crabs are gonna shoot at his wing, and if his wing breaks, he'll fall down for even longer. If it doesn't happen, it's fine. It's just nice if it does. So if it does happen, just keep shooting, and if it doesn't, we're just gonna flash them and then use stickies. So I'll try it here. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not using the thumbstick either, I'm just letting it roll. So they're gonna go to town. If the wing breaks, that's great. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. No, it didn't break, that's fine. Oh, it did! Nice. So he'll stay down for a little bit longer. He's gonna get angry, so this is the perfect time to put stickies on him. Also because he's stuck in that silk bind. So throw a flash. Land some stickies on his head while he's blinded. Preferably, you don't want him to face the wall. Okay, buddy. Really likes that wall. So the stickies are delayed, so we landed a couple on his head and get ready to shoot on his tail. This is not an ideal spot, but it's kind of what I've been playing. Alright, so tail's almost off at this point. Now you just want to use the marionette spider to throw him into the wall one more time. If you're scared of missing, just throw another flash pod. There we go. Alright. Just gonna throw a shock trap right here. You can just flash him again too. The tail's almost off at this point. Come on now. He is not being cooperative this time. There we go. And it should pop off. There we go. And to grab your reward, just throw a dung bomb at him and he'll run away. You can also grab a stink mink. There's a stink mink on the far right of the map. And then, have someone turf war with them to grab the shinies. Ah, yes. But yeah, that's how you get the tail nice and quick. I got a lash this time, that's okay. But yeah, so if you don't get what you want, you can just hit abandon until you get 2 tail spikes. Or you can just do this real quick. Run over here. And just grab the stink mink and, drag whatever is nearby and then get the shiny drops. But yeah, if you want the tail spears, this is a pretty quick way if you're not good at fighting them. Again, if you're good at just straight up fighting them, then, fight them, capture them, just go for that. But if you just want to do this, pretty low effort, not too hard, then go ahead and do this. Do return if you do get the tail spears. Do abandon if you don't. I'm just gonna do return anyway because there's nothing wrong with the lash. But yeah, that's a quick way to chop off the tail. It works for any monster really, in any locale. You would just drag them to a different place that has CC, just like that one. Oh yeah, I got a cut wing, nice. But yeah, just that generic strategy. With the Zanargo one, you also have paralysis at your disposal, so it's even easier. But yeah, I'll see you later.